Hello everyone and welcome to the Blue Blouse channel. If you're new here, I welcome you, and if you're old, I welcome you same way, because without you my YouTube door will be closed. Today we are gonna do a wash and style with Zimii products. Zimii is a hair care brand that is made in Jamaica by Jamaicans. This is my first time using the brand, therefore I am going to use the Hair Inspector Award system to review the products. This is a Zimii Essentials Moisture Recovery Detangling Shampoo that detangles matted hair, leaves hair soft, clean and manageable. Perfect for natural and relaxed hair, sun-kissed with coconut oil and aloe vera. No sulfate, parabens, mineral oils, silicones, petrolatum, and alcohol. Sounds good, right? So for presentation, they get an 8. For the packaging and beauty, it gets a 7. Particularly because I don't really like white bottles. I prefer clear or pearl finish or even a solid bright color. But they did spend some money on that label. The smell is described as coconut oil, shea butter and aloe vera. But I didn't get that. I got more of cocoa butter and passion fruit. And even though it's not matching, I still give them an 8 out of 10 because it smells really good. For usefulness, they got a 7 out of 10 because it did what a shampoo is supposed to do, which is clean the hair. It is advertised as a detangling shampoo, but honestly, I didn't really feel the detangling. However, it got my hair really clean because, as you can see at the front of the video, I had started this wash day with really dirty hair full of gel and all kind of products. If you really don't care about detangling shampoos and you just want something that is sulfate free and that cleans your hair without leaving your hair dry, then I would definitely recommend this one, and it only costed me 1,235 Jamaican dollars, or a little bit under $10 US. And as you can see, it lathered really well and I did not have to shampoo more than twice, considering the fact that I had a lot of build-up going on. With all of that said, the Hair Inspector Award for the detangling shampoo is a whopping 30 out of 40, with the usefulness, of course, being 7 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, after a good rinse, we have the Zimii Essentials Moisture Recovery Conditioner that rejuvenates, moisturizes, and luxuriously conditions the hair. Perfect for natural or relaxed hair, sun-kissed with coconut oil, shea butter, and aloe vera. No sulfate, no parabens, no mineral oils, no petrolatum, no drying alcohol. For presentation, they get a 7 out of 10. They could have gotten 2 more points if they had put for dehydrated or thirsty hair on it. For scent, this conditioner gets a 7 out of 10. As you can see, the first time I opened it, it gave me a mango candy scent. I don't really like mango candy, but afterwards it smelled good because it smelled like cocoa butter. As I'm saying, I keep getting cocoa butter from this. I'm definitely not getting coconut. For the usefulness, I give it a 5 out of 10. The first feature that I didn't like was that the conditioner was so thin and runny. But you know, runny does not mean that it's not useful. Benjamin's is a good example of that. Going in, I could hardly feel the product on my hair, so I went in with some more and some more, hoping that it would change, and it really didn't. It felt like I was putting a protein treatment in my hair. That rough texture that you would feel when you put in a protein treatment, that is how I felt. And because I felt that, I didn't even bother with the comb because there was no lubrication whatsoever. The 5 points I gave it had to come from somewhere, right? Well, let me tell you where it came from. After I rinsed the conditioner out, my hair was soft. Soft enough for me to know the difference from when I had used the shampoo alone. The finish from the conditioner was really lightweight. So if you have fine hair or relaxed hair, or you are planning to do a silk press and want that feathery finish, I could definitely see you using this. You definitely won't get product buildup too easily with using this conditioner. So people with the low porosity hair, you can definitely try this one. That is me holding up 82 cold wave rods, but I paid 970 Jamaican dollars for the Zimii conditioner, or just under 8 US dollars. It was time to style the mushroom that I had going on under this towel. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Zimii Essentials Moisture Rich Leave-In Conditioner that infuses moisture, softens, detangles, and tames frizz. Perfect for natural and transitioning hair. Okay, that's new. I've never seen anything for transitioning hair before. It is sun-kissed with coconut and hibiscus oil. That's also new to me. It has no sulfates, parabens, mineral oils, silicones, petrolatum, and alcohol. For presentation, 10 out of 10. Packaging 7 out of 10. Smell 9 out of 10. It smells similar to the shampoo with that cocoa butter and passion fruit scent. But dial down the passion fruit a little bit more and bring out a little bit more muted coconut. That describes it. And it smells slightly sweeter, which is better in my opinion. For usefulness, it definitely gets a 7.5. At the time of this recording, it is now 3 days later and my hair is just starting to dry out after being loose for so long. Not a plait nor twist in sight was there to keep those hair ends from drying out. I only wore a satin bonnet 1 out of those 3 nights. Just to show you the liberty I took. The application was very lightweight, so from the texture, I could tell that it wouldn't weigh the hair down. I followed up with mousse afterwards, which I think made the moisturizing effects of the leave-in conditioner last a little longer, considering that my hair is high porosity and moisture pretty much leaves and enters as it feels like with this type of hair. So whether or not the mousse helped my hair to dry out a little less faster, I think this moisturizer is definitely worth its salt, totaling 34.5 out of 40 or 86.25%. The price for this was 1,120 Jamaican dollars or just a little over 10 US, maybe even less than that. At this point in history, it takes 150 Jamaican dollars to make 1 US dollar. In preparation to put the rods in, I decided that I wanted a middle part. Do you think I was successful? I sectioned my hair as well because I didn't want my hair to dry out before I got to each section, and that would save me a headache. I used to not do this because I thought I knew the entire surface area of my head until I realized that it was making me part my hair smaller than necessary, especially when doing box braids on myself. So here's my big head and my 9 twists. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Zimii Styles Hydrating Foaming Mousse. Light hold for soft wraps, defines curls, adds body and shine. Perfect for all hair types. Blessed richly with honey and coconut oil. And as usual, no sulfate, no parabens, mineral oils, silicones, petrolatum, and alcohol. Presentation 10 out of 10. Packaging 10 out of 10. That nozzle sprayed with ease. Most of the times when I judge the packaging, it is really about the looks. I don't really like the orange and white theme on the rest of the packaging, but that purple violet on that white was looking nice. They would have gotten a 9 otherwise, but they got a 10 because the nozzles on mousse bottles are usually difficult to work with and my fingers didn't hurt doing this style. Just because the nozzle worked with ease, my fingers didn't fall off one by one due to poor circulation. Imagine that. For the smell, it's an 8 out of 10. Muted coconut, muted cocoa butter. Sweet smelling, not overpowering. For usefulness, I gave it an 8 out of 10. Now see, this 8 is very peculiar. Do you know that hard crunch that you usually get by using a traditional mousse? That is what I use mousse for, especially on wigs. So essentially, I'm a heavy mousse girl. This mousse that Zimii does, however, is for light hold and soft wraps. With that said, I certainly got soft hair and I certainly got light hold. Light hold is not necessarily a good thing, especially when you have porous hair that is always searching for water from the atmosphere. So you can imagine what happens when I put my hair in a puff and go outside in humidity. For the application process, I dealt with each twist one by one. Then I divided the hair until I got a 1 to 2 inch section to put the rod on. The direction in which I wrapped the hair did not really matter as it only depended on my dexterity. Seeing that the sections were so small, I could have wrapped everything, then put the mousse on after, and it still would have been effective. In addition to the mousse, the hair already being damp helps to form better curls than does dry hair. It took me 53 minutes to wrap my hair around 60 rods. Let me tell you the secret. I took my time at the front and I pretty much did what I wanted with the back. In this demo, as you can see, I am holding my hair and the rod taut, wrapping everything closely together in one direction and making sure that there are absolutely no spaces. If I had spaced out my hair, then the rods would have been too short and I would have had to use flexi rods instead. The ends of my hair are naturally tapered, so I didn't have a problem to tuck the ends. I just wrapped it on itself. See how shiny that was? And I wasn't even done yet. Take a look at this face. Then take a look at this face. That is the difference, my friends, between night and day. It was the same night, but I only had 2 rods left. Here is when I had 1 rod left. Here's when I had none left. And that's a 360. I tied my hair down with a made in China do-rag. I really had no special method. I just put 1 tie in the back and tied a bow at the front. Then I put a satin bonnet over my head and I fixed the rollers however I saw fit at the time. Anything to make my head comfortable, but also not to compromise the style. This was the next morning after I woke up. I know when I snap my fingers I'm supposed to look different, but this is the Blue Blouse channel. So you're gonna see me in another blue blouse. Not that this is not the same one. This was 12 hours later from the time I had put in the last rod. However, it did not take 12 hours to dry. It was pretty much dry when I woke up, which is what, 7-8 hours. This is me taking out a rod. In my head, I was going to just, take it out and twist it the opposite direction. But I decided not to do that because my hair was so soft and bouncy. I did not want to cause a frizz. So I just loosened up the middle and I took my time and I slid the rods off instead of unraveling them in the opposite direction. Aren't they cute? I didn't like how tight the curls were at first and I wanted to fluff them out. But then I remembered that I wanted them to last a few days and I didn't want to cause frizz too fast. This is how the hair looked when I was done. As you can see, the back had a lot more space than the front because I actually took my time with the front. And I thought I was done, but not quite. I had 1 rod in the back and I did take it out. After I took it out, I made sure to search every corner of my hair to make sure I didn't leave any. This is a photo of when I just took the rods out. 2 hours later, 4 hours later, 8 hours later, and 20 hours later. I am not kidding. This is 7 a.m. the next morning and I had done it 11 a.m. the day before. That pretty much sums it up on how the mousse got 8 out of 10, even though it was not my kind of product. It surprisingly has a Hair Inspector Award rating of 36 out of 40 or 90%. I love the moisture it gave, the bounce, and of course the sheen. You can't deny the sheen. And those are the 4 products that I tried from Zimii in a little bit more than a nutshell. If your aim is to have moisture without your hair feeling weighed down, I say give it a try. The only thing me vex about are the conditioner. I can't comb out my hair with that. With the expense crisis that is going on among natural hair products, I only spent $4,225. I definitely think it is at a good price point. I bought them in Christiana, Manchester at Sildian Court shop number 11 at Cyrus Beauty Supply. I'm pretty sure you can find them in Fontana Island-wide, but word on the street is they go pretty fast. You can also shop online with Zimii. I will leave the link down below. And no, I am not sponsored by any of the people mentioned in the video. I just like to try products and I bought them. Just for you to have an idea of the size, the conditioner and the shampoo are 12 ounces each or 354 milliliters. The leave-in conditioner is 8 ounces or 236 milliliters. And last but not least, the mousse is 207 milliliters or 7 ounces. It's bye from the Blue Blouse channel. See you again next time. And be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I almost forgot. The perm rods costed me 140 Jamaican or $1 US. I also bought them in Sarah's, but you can get them at any Chinaman shop.